So, are we maybe live? Maybe we are, maybe we aren't. I still do not know. But now I do know that we are live. Welcome! Welcome to Tokyo. Welcome to a place where there are boats. Many boats. Party boats. But right now there's no party, so the boats are just resting here on a little river next to Asakusabashi station, which is a few blocks that way. And here's a big road. I don't know exactly what's this direction, to be honest. It says Kyosu Bridge, so maybe that's the way towards Kyosu Shirakawa area and Kameido, Kudanshita. Akihabara is over there. You see a high-rise building. That building is in Akihabara. But yeah, I'm here in Asakusabashi, which is actually a really nice neighborhood in Tokyo where I don't go often at all. I think during these 13 years I've lived in this city, I can probably count the times I've been here on both my hands. Maybe even one hand would be enough. But it's weird because it's next to Akihabara, where I go very often, and it's also a super nice area. Every time I come here I'm like, why don't I go here more often? Then I kind of forget that this place exists until I stumble across it again sometime. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to finally do a stream from here. I'm pretty sure this is the first time ever I'm walking around here on a stream. And the plan is to kind of continue to the east. The next stop on the Sobu line, which is the train line that runs here, is Ryogoku, which is also known as the sumo area, Sumo-town. There's a lot of sumo stables around there. And it's also an area where I don't go very often. But yeah, it will be fun, I think. And also, before you have to ask, it's currently 9 degrees here in Tokyo. It's 2 o'clock. And I've been quite busy today. That's why I couldn't start the stream sooner. Here's also... okay, it's the Asakusa line, which is like probably the subway line that I use the least. But it stops here. What else? Yeah, I'm back on my Samsung phone today because the iPhone broke my heart for the 20th time yesterday. So back to the over-sharpened but otherwise quite competent streaming device that is the Galaxy S21 Ultra. So the plan is actually to start by walking down here, the station area. And it's kind of a unique station, like this, you know, it's an elevated station and then there's this shopping street below. And it looks kind of cool. Here's the JR station, Asakusabashi. It looks kind of unlike any other station area I've seen in Tokyo, actually. Thank you, Lexir Martin, for the super chat. And thank you, everybody, for joining. Hello, Lemmy. Hello, Jeffrey. Hello, Jenny. And everybody else. Sorry, I can't name drop you all. That's why I generally prefer not to name drop anyone, because then that way I keep it fair and simple. Oh wait, what's this? There's Swedish flag. Swedish flags. Many Swedish flags. There's a bicycle with a Swedish flag. There's a Swedish flag on the wall. This is interesting. Let's enjoy travel. Innovator was born in Sweden. Okay, that explains why. Huh. I did not know this brand, even though I'm Swedish. But now I know. Now I know. Thank you, Garfield. You had coffee already. Yes, I did. So how about beer? Beer sounds like a great idea. Let's see if we can have a beer today. Yeah, those of you who are following me on Twitter know that I just had a coffee and cake break before starting this stream. How unusual. But I was feeling a little bit sleepy after lunch, so I needed a little energy boost before this stream. So coffee and cake fixed me up. Kebab. But yeah, it is kind of an interesting. The look of this place is quite special, I think. It surely stands out. Often when I go to new parts of Tokyo or new cities in Japan, I always feel that they tend to look the same very often. But this station certainly, yeah, has a unique look. What was the cake? It was tiramisu. It was good. It was good. It was very fluffy. Probably a little bit too many calories, but I guess we can fix that by taking a long walk today. Thank you, T123. Thanks for bringing us along. This is more my time of day. That's right, that's right. I guess there are a handful of early risers in Europe who are happy with this time for the stream. But yeah, so the plan is to walk down a little bit further here, then do a U-turn and head back to where I started, and then figure out how to cross the river, because there's a river between us and Ryogoku. And then check out Ryogoku. And maybe a beer break somewhere along the way. I would guess that today's stream will be somewhere between an hour to an hour and a half. Did the Apple Watch step counter kick in? Not yet, no. It is often... Well, it usually, I think it goes by my heart rate, right? I'm trying to start it manually now instead. Because, yeah, now I started off a bit slowly, so then that doesn't really trigger it. But if I walk fast, then usually my Apple Watch notices that and starts counting the calories. But I am tracking the walk on my other phone with the GPS app, so that I can share the map with you on Patreon afterwards. ICI Hotel. I see. I am not familiar with that hotel chain actually, but since I have a lot of trust in you, Jeffrey, I will look it up. Wow, noisy construction work. Sounds like they're strangling a cat or something. But no, they're just building a house. So yeah, we can go back here. Not sure how interesting this side of the station is though. Let's see. Let's see. So actually a lot of hotels around here, lots of budget hotels. Seems to have buildings here. Maybe the land prices here are a little bit cheap. I don't know. There's Henna Hotel. Yeah, that's right. That's right. The hotel that's kind of famous for being entirely staffed by robots, right? Have you been there, Lemmy? Or has anyone in the chat been there? It seems a bit like too much weird Japan for my liking, but I'm sure it's fun to some people. Oh yeah, here it is, Henna Hotel. It's a weird name too, Henna Hotel. It means like the weird hotel. Interesting. It's a PCR test center out on the street here. Lemmy, you wanted to make a video of it. I see. So yeah, continue down to the big road. Then, from the looks of it, I can't cross the river here. There's a bridge, but that bridge seems to be for trains only. So I think I will walk a little bit to the north, where it looks like there's a river, and then it also looks like there's a nearby park, which is very good. Parks are good for beer. So I think we can make that happen. So again, I'm back here at the station. Let's see if we can cross this big street. Actually, I don't know which street this is, but it looks like it's a pretty major one. Let's see. Here's a map. Perfect. Here's a map. So Ryogoku is up here, so I could either cross here or here, but I think here there's some parks, so I will go up to this bridge and try to cross. That will be good. Also, every time I come here to Asakusabashi, I always tell myself I need to come back here at night, because it seems like a really cool place. Lots of like bars and restaurants on the smaller side streets. So I think it's should be a pretty interesting place to do some photography as well. We met sumo wrestler. Yeah. Again, Ryogoku is not a neighborhood I go to very often, but you do often see sumo wrestlers taking a stroll around there. On those few occasions I've been there, I've seen some. Let's see, maybe we can walk a little bit further down this way here before turning left. As you all know, I always prefer side streets rather than main streets. Weather turned out to be really nice actually. That's good. It was very cloudy this morning. I didn't expect it to be like 100% blue sky like we have now. Or not, no, that was actually a pretty big exaggeration. There's plenty of clouds this way. But to the east it looks pretty clear. You know, there's a nice garden in Ryogoku. I did not know that, but maybe that's the place I'm kind of heading to. There's a park and the garden, right? Judging from the map. There's Yokamicho Park, and then there's former Yasura Garden as well, next to the Japanese Sword Museum. Wow. Any sword lovers in the chat today? $222 viewers right now. That's a nice number. Speaking of nice numbers, I'm just about to hit 800 Twitter followers. Wouldn't it be great if we could make that happen during this stream? If there's anyone out there who is not yet a Twitter follower of mine, please join me. It'll be fun. I'm 6 followers away from 800. So, we are approaching the river. I believe it's Sumida River. The same one that basically if we go even further up north from here, maybe, I don't know, half an hour or so, we will end up in Asakusa. So just to give you a sense of where we are. Yeah, we are here, and there's a bridge that I'm planning to use. And then further up north we will reach Asakusa. Definitely a lover of swords, but I only have one. I see. That's way more than I have. Skytree! Skytree train bridge. And a nice Tokyo day. Let me grab a snap of this scenery. Okay, so I believe the bridge over there is where I can cross. There's also the bridge there, which is actually a bit closer, where I can also cross. Gorgeous day over here. Yeah, it's nice. It's absolutely a nice day. Nice day for a walk. I'm just trying to figure out which bridge to use. What do you say? This one, which is to the south, or that one, which is to the north? You can vote now in the chat, north or south. Here's a man on a boat, traveling very fast. Yes, this is Sumida River. Indeed. Indeed it is. Oh, and over there we have the spaceship boat. The one that goes to Odaiba. North, south, south. Let's see. South, north, south. I think south 1. Yeah, south 1. Okay. Okay. So your wish is my command. Let's take the bridge to the south to cross this river. Swim. Not sure. Even though it's a bit sunny today, but it's not that hot. Not warm enough for me to want to take a swim, actually. But yeah, I should come here more often. There's still so many pockets of interesting spaces and interesting spots in central Tokyo where I don't go often. Actually, this is not a bad place for beer either. But I think we need to walk a little while first before we can enjoy a beer. River level looks high. Yeah, I don't know. Is it? Maybe. Hard to tell. Look at it. Oh, it's coming close. It is pretty cool. Whoever designed this boat did a pretty good job, I think. Sumo-town. It's pretty cool. I think your profile picture is a picture that I used as my iPad wallpaper a long time ago, like 7 years ago. Interesting to see that as someone's profile pic here. Yeah, this water is definitely not for swimming. I wouldn't want to swim here. Designed by the same guy who was behind the famous space anime. Oh, really? That would make a lot of sense. Do you like east like Marunouchi or west like Shibuya, Tokyo better? Oh, it's difficult. Like, I mean, when I hear East Tokyo, Marunouchi is not the kind of place that I think about. Marunouchi is... Oh no! Damn it. I'm not allowed to pass here. Well, that sucks. Okay, folks. So I guess you're in for a bit of another 15 minutes of river view or something. Probably have to take the Northern Bridge after all. But yeah, when I hear Eastern Tokyo, I'm thinking more about this part and like Sumida-ku and Arakawa-ku, those areas. Marunouchi to me is more like central Tokyo. But which one I like best? It's difficult. Like, I don't want to have to choose. I like both. I've never really lived in Eastern Tokyo except for a brief time in Nippori, close to Yanaka. And I often feel that it would be nice to live somewhere else in Eastern Tokyo, because the vibe there is quite different. But for some reason I've always been closer to like Shibuya, Shinjuku side. What's the tower? That's Tokyo Skytree. The tallest tower in the world, maybe. At least I think it was the tallest for a while. I'm not sure if it's still the tallest of its kind, but it was when it was completed, like maybe close to 10 years ago. Can you do Yokohama Chinatown? There are videos from Yokohama Chinatown on my channel already, but I haven't been there quite some time. It would be nice to go there again, but yeah, not sure. It's quite far from where I live, so yeah. Yeah, all of you who voted south, look, okay, my bad. I mean, I should have checked this before, but yeah, I can't cross here. So, and I'm not gonna walk all the way back to where I started the stream again. That's gonna be super boring. So I will just continue here and cross over there. But yeah, just like me and Yamaguchi-san talked about when he joined me on my stream, like Tokyo has all these like really nice waterfront areas. It's a little bit of a shame that they don't use it like for more. I mean, it's sure these walking promenades are nice, but it would have been even nicer if there was like some nice, I don't know, cafes, restaurants where we could sit next to the river and enjoy the view. But there's like hardly anything like that here in Tokyo. How's Mini Explorer today? Oh, she's good. She's good. She is back in the kindergarten. She was there yesterday, had a great day, and she's there today again. Also, you're not allowed to ride skateboards here. Oh, that's that green building over there. That's the sumo arena, which we will probably get a closer look of quite soon. You get coffee a lot, but never old school kisaten. Oh, I do. It's just that those places are more, they don't really offer takeout coffee, which makes them a little bit unsuitable for to go to when I'm streaming. But when I'm not streaming, I actually go to kisaten quite often. I like them a lot. I like that the vibe, and I like when there's like a charismatic owner who has owned the place since, you know, since they were young, and now they are like well past retirement age. I'm very fond of those kind of places. Do you have any other gimbals you want now? Not really, no. I think this one is still serving me quite well. And wait, I'm just thinking, I do see some stairs a little bit further down here, so I guess I can continue walking here a little bit longer. Ah, Yamaguchi-san, ohayo janai, konnichiwa. I got a handful of new Twitter followers, but there's still 3 more slots until we hit 800 of them. Let's see, can we make it happen today? time is it there? It is 2:30. It's actually also kind of a nice view with the backlit bridge. Oh, good timing, train. Thank you. You have Twitter? Yes, of course. You will find my username in the video description. Or you can probably just search for Tokyo Explorer and I should pop up. Shibuya の喫茶ライオンがかっこいい。そうですね。ライオンはね、結構有名なお店ですね。かっこいいですね。So let's see if we can finally cross here. Follow you on Twitter. Thank you, Joy. Thank you. How long is the walk today? I think my guess will be that I'll be walking for about an hour to 90 minutes today. It's been 30 minutes so far, so yeah, you can quite easily do the math. Boom! Great! We are now at 800 followers. Thank you! Thank you for making that happen today. That's a nice little milestone. Thank you, Smee, you know. Thank you for such a lovely stream as always. Still waiting for another sake tasting. Yeah! Sake tasting. Sake tasting. I'm actually not so far from that place where I did the sake tasting. Maybe you can even see the golden building there. That's the next to the golden pool in Asakusa. And yeah, the sake place was in Kappabashi, pretty close to Asakusa as well. But I won't head there today. Oh look, there's actually some sumo wrestlers here on the bridge, albeit not living ones, but still. Let's see if we can spot some living ones too later. 90 minutes minus 30 equals 2.5 weeks. I'm not good at maths. No, but that's pretty correct. That's a pretty correct calculation, I think. Nothing to be ashamed of. Sky tree. Yeah, I'm really surprised that it turned out to be such a nice day today. What do you think about Japanese whiskey? I'm not really a whiskey person. I mean, I like whiskey, but I'm not like, I can't really tell the difference between good whiskey and bad whiskey, so I'm not really the right person to answer that question, I'm afraid. At least they could squeeze in like a food truck or two down here, right? Selling some, like someone like coffee person and someone selling some snacks and food. That would have been great, right? But nope. Not do that. Do that. Thank you for the nice photo, Marcel, on Twitter. Tokyo Explorer by candlelight. How cozy. So romantic. Thank you. Do I like cocktails? I do, but I don't really drink alcohol that much these days, other than beer. But I used to. I used to drink a lot of gin and tonic, and also I'm pretty fond of Negroni. That's probably my favorite cocktail. Well, a place name which I cannot read. Ryoko something. Thank you, Brad Ward. I hope you got my message on Patreon. Oh, sorry, I have not checked the Patreon inbox in a couple of days. I will check it as soon as I remember to do so. Thank you. Yamaguchi-san, sorry. But reading a book without the phone sounds like a really nice thing to do as well. That's something I wish I could do more often. So I think there should be a park here. Let's see. And there's also, very strategically, there's a konbini across the street. So I think I know what to do. Even enjoy these boring larger streets. That's how starved of Tokyo I am. Yeah. I know a lot of you are really craving Tokyo these days. There's so many who are dying to get here. But they're so strict with the entry requirements, or like the entry ban rather. Anyway, we're here. So here's the park. Here's the garden. Let's get beer, garden, get beer, park, and then go down to Ryogoku. Koku Gikan. That's the name of the sumo place. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Beer o'clock snack. Okay, that's beer o'clock. Oh, this is a nice park actually. I don't think I've been to this one before. How far from Shinano-machi are you? Good question. Shinano-machi is a handful of stops to the west. I don't know exactly how many. Not terribly far, but not terribly close either. How's that for a non-answer? If I would guess, I would say maybe I'm 5 stops away from Shinano-machi. Hey Tokyo Paul, welcome. Welcome. Just realized an annoying thing, which is that I run out of money on my Apple Watch Suica. So I need to pay this beer with cash, which is always a bit of a pain to get to while streaming. So let me dig out some coins before I go into the shop, so that I don't have to be annoying and awkward inside the shop. Oh dear, I'm pretty short on cash right now. That's not good. That's not good. Let's see. Ah, wait. No, I think we're good. I think we're good. Yes, we are good. I have some coins here. That's enough to get a beer. Good. Beer. Yes, and they have good beer as well. Perfect. I'll get the frog beer today. Or yeah, frog beer is good. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Okay, I got a beer. Perfect. Feels like it's been a while since I had a beer break on a stream. Or? So, frog beer time. Boku biru, kimi biru. 4.5%, so quite weak, which suits me fine on a day like today. This is a memorial park to the people who were killed in the Great Earthquake. I see. Great Kanto earthquake. なるほどね. Hope it's okay to have a beer here, right? Didn't see any signs saying it's not okay, so I assume that it's okay. Now I remember. Yes, I have actually been here. That memorial is down there, isn't it? Let's see if we can sit down here. Do a little beer break. I'll try to make it relatively quick. Oompa. This is nice. Ah, Yokozuna. That's what it was saying. I couldn't read that kanji. So Yokozuna is the neighborhood name, and this place is also called Yokozuna Koen, or no? Anyway, that's a pretty decent view, isn't it? Or maybe we should even shoot this direction. It's an interesting building here. Okay, so 5-minute beer break. Let's see how many viewers we lose during my beer break. Kanpai. Yokoami. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure this place must be very nice when the trees are green. It's nice now too, but everything is nicer when the trees are at their peak. So I will have a little bit more, I will check the chat more easily now while I'm having my beer. So if you have any questions, now is a good time to ask. Is the sumo on right now? I don't know. It was on like a week ago. I'm not sure if it's still going on or if it has ended by now. But during sumo season, there's like sumo on the TV all the time. Or not all the time, but like on those time slots when I tend to watch TV, they tend to show a bit of sumo. Is there anything you are excited for the most this year? Interesting question. I don't know. The pessimist in me, which tend to be the most vocal inside voice that I have these days, says that there's nothing to be excited about. But the optimist in me says or thinks or hopes that we are slowly, maybe, approaching better days in terms of the situation in the world with consideration to the pandemic. And I will try to kind of cling on to that little piece of hope. I'm also excited about my daughter's development. I think it's just a matter of time until she starts talking now. Well, I guess it's been a matter of time since she was born. Until when she starts talking, but it feels like it's pretty close now. So I would definitely expect that by the end of the year she can probably form a sentence or two, and I'm really excited to hear what she has to say. So that's really exciting. And I also hope that I will get to see my family in Sweden soon. Are you near the Tokyo Edo Museum? Yes, I am. I think it's just a few blocks down, like this way maybe. You support Japan nationally in sports or only Sweden? I don't care about sports and I don't really support any team. So yeah, I don't really. Yeah, sports does not make me excited, even if Sweden or Japan is winning some big competition. I hardly notice that. Does Sensoji sell yuzu? That I do not know. Any plans for the weekend? Yes, I have plenty of plans this weekend. I'm meeting friends both tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. I'm also hoping to stream both tomorrow and the day after tomorrow because it's weekend. So yeah, that's it, I guess. That's my, yeah. I don't think I have any other plans. Any open air antique market shows that we have in view? I don't know. Not that I know of. No. Do you intend your daughter to become bilingual? No, trilingual at least. I'm speaking Swedish to her. My wife speaks Japanese to her, and she will also get exposed to English when she gets a little bit older. So anything less than those 3 languages would be, I think, an evidence of poor parenting. Have you been to a sumo match? No, I have not. I have not. That's actually something I would like to experience for real. But I have not been to a sumo match yet. I've been to sumo morning practice and photographing that. But yeah, not a proper match. 大丈夫です。そんなに寒くないです。Do you have any favorite winter sports? No, like I said, I'm not interested in sports, so don't really care much about sports. Let's see, what else are you saying? Have you been in a sumo match? No, I have not. I have not. I'm not sure if I would want to. Guess that would make a good story to tell the grandchildren if I survive. But I'm probably not going to take any active steps towards making that happen. Which SIM card and phone are we using? We are using the good old Rakuten SIM in the good old Samsung S21 Ultra. What subject matter do you enjoy filming the most? Walks. That's basically the only thing I film. I don't really do much video stuff other than the things on my YouTube. It would be fun. I would like to do more like video work professionally, but I do not. Most or all my professional work is either photography or writing. Three languages acquisition takes much more time than one language acquisition. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I think by starting early, I think it's not too much of a challenge. Kind of sake do you like the most? It depends. When it's cold outside and when I'm at an izakaya with a bunch of friends, a local izakaya in a little building with crappy insulation so that it's cold wind blowing all the time, then I think some hot sake is amazing. But when I'm having like a nice sashimi or sushi meal, then I think some kind of sweeter sake is better. But again, I'm not so good at anything like when it comes to alcohol, so I cannot really claim to make use of any fancy terms to describe the kind of sake I like. But I do totally sense a difference between cheap like cup sake that you can get at the convenience store and fancy Junmai Daiginjo, very polished sake. And I definitely prefer the flavor of the later kind. Would it be possible to cross Tokyo in a straight line? Absolutely, it would. I think in some places, like if you're doing it north to south or south to north, it would not be terribly far. But if you're doing it west to east, it would be a very long walk. Do you know Norm from Tokyo Lens channel? Not personally, no. Of course I know his channel, but I don't know him personally. Favorite subject to write photography? I mean, travel photography is always fun because you get to travel for free. So like things like the big project I did for Kyushu about a year ago, that was great. But I also really like to do more documentary stuff, like the udon job that I did quite recently in Kagawa Prefecture. I shared it with my Patreon supporters, but I'm afraid I cannot share it publicly here unless I want to reveal my real identity, which is a bit of a shame. I would love to share it with everybody, but for now I tend to prefer to keep my identity a little bit unknown. Atsukan, right, that's the best in winter. What do you enjoy writing about? So writing is kind of tricky. I do it for a living. I write a lot. I used to be correspondent for a handful of newspapers a couple of years ago. These days I don't do that much writing. But to be honest, I don't really enjoy writing. I can enjoy the finished piece and feel a great sense of achievement when I see it getting published, but actually the actual writing process is always like it's always something I'm not very good with. I'm not enjoying it at all. I'm not a good writer, to be honest. Yeah. If I could choose, I would not write at all. But unfortunately. Or well, it's not unfortunate. It is fortunate for me, but I'm of course I'm happy that people enjoy reading my writing. But if I could choose, I would not write at all. I would only do photography. But it's very difficult to survive if you're only doing photography. So if you can combine writing and photography and sell the whole package to clients, then you have a much higher chance of succeeding as a freelancer. Best Japanese TV shows. Sekai no Furai, なんていう? Sekai no Furai Arukimachi. I think that's the name. Somewhere Street in English is great. There's also a lot of fun local travel shows that I really enjoy on Japanese TV. Actually, they have the best travel shows, I think. here in Japan. Otherwise, I'm not a fan of Japanese TV at all, but the travel shows, they have like hour-long shows that are called like a local bus trip in somewhere. Like they go to these super local places and they have like a budget of 10,000 yen and they have to get from place A to B and they can only use local bus lines and things like that. They're great. They're great. They're great. Have I done the Seibu Shinjuku line walk? No, I have not. Your clear way to articulate things seem to come from the habit of your writings. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you. I often think of myself as the complete opposite of someone who has a clear way of articulating things. But I'm very happy to hear that you think that I do so. Thank you. But yeah, Summer Street is if there's only one Japanese TV show that you want to look up and one that you can probably also find by googling it or searching for it on YouTube, it would be Summer Street. It's basically the same thing that I'm doing, except that it's they're doing it pre-recorded and they're talking more to people on the streets, which is actually great. Sekai no Furai Machiaruki. That's the name. そうね。Arigatou gozaimasu. That's the Japanese title. Okay, I'm done with the beer. This turned out to be a bit longer beer break than I had anticipated, but I also didn't lose that many viewers, so I guess you enjoyed this little conversation. Highly doubt he will walk all the way to Honkawa-goe. After all, you're talking to someone who did walk from Tokyo Station to Takao, so I would love to do the walk to Kawagoe, absolutely. But right now, my current project is to finish all the Tokyo Metro train lines. So that's what I'm focusing on right now. Or I'm not really focusing on right now, but I hope to do so maybe tomorrow again. There's also another great Japanese TV show that I really like. I forgot the name. Damn it. But it's a show where they visit various small villages in Italy and do beautiful small like portraits of small Italian towns and the people living there. I think they've done like hundreds of episodes so far. So embarrassing, I forgot the name, but it's actually we are recording every episode. Like Japanese TVs has this very convenient recording function. So I'm recording all those episodes, and then whenever I miss Italy, I switch it on in the background and watch for 3 minutes until my daughter does something that steals my attention, and then I forget to watch the rest of the show. But that's life as a parent, but the show is great. Anyway, beer has been consumed. Let's walk. Oh, there's some school. Wait, I guess since we're here, we should at least take a little peek at this memorial. which I believe is this one, right? Or maybe not. Maybe this is just a bit unclear. The sky is turning gray and gloomy again. At least parts of it. Could I record a 4K of this garden in spring? Certainly. I can absolutely do that. It's probably a good idea if you remind me when it's spring. The stone slab is the earthquake memorial. Stone slab. Oh, that one! That one over there. The circular is the World War II air raid memorial. I see. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying. Oh, there's actually a little piece of information here. Let's take a look. Let's educate ourselves. Right. Monument in memory of victims of the Tokyo air raids and the pursuit of peace. I see. Okay, now let's continue towards Sumo-town. I'd love some walks where T just walks on gravel for an hour. Yeah. I guess I need to start that ASMR channel sometime soon. Oh, actually that was a very long beer break, I think. Suddenly it's been an hour and 8 minutes since this stream started. Which means that I don't have that much time. That's unfortunate. But at least the beer was good. Maybe we need to increase the pace a little bit. So let me check the chat again. Just if I remember correctly, we should arrive. Okay, so here's the Uedo line Ryogoku station. I think we should arrive at the Edo Museum pretty soon. Your 5-minute beer break was more like 20 minutes. Yeah, exactly. Sorry about that. Here's the museum. Here's the museum. It's pretty massive actually. I came here once long time ago. I guess I should go again. Yeah, I came here when I was like completely new to Tokyo, but haven't been since then. It's a pretty cool building, that's for sure. Down here we have the train line. So I can visit somewhere a little bit local. I think this is a pretty local area. I'm not sure exactly what you mean, but no, today no. I will go here to the area around Ryogoku, and then that will be it for today. But there's hundreds of other videos on my channel where you can find lots of local areas. So recommend that you check those out. So Ryogoku station is down here, but instead of walking this quite boring road next to the train tracks, let's take this one block down instead. Okay, this street is not terribly interesting either. But this one, so dark. Over here actually is a place I've been photographed for an article. When I did that sumo visit to the sumo morning practice, that was for a magazine article in a Swedish magazine, and we also showed this place where they sell sumo clothes. But I cannot, go inside right now. But maybe there's something. I'm not sure how much interesting we can see from the outside, but let's have a look. Let's have a look. Do you think an Oedo line walk would be a good idea? I certainly do, yes. Once I'm done with all the Tokyo metro lines, I will probably do that sooner or later. But the Oedo line is not on the Tokyo metro, it's on the Toei metro, so I'm saving that for later. But it's definitely a great walk because it means that I have to explore a little bit of Nerima, which is one part of Tokyo where I also haven't been much at all, and I would love to go there and explore. So definitely coming up. Okay, Rockaway Siren, thanks for stopping by and good night. Good night. So here you can buy big clothes for big people. Size here is 5L. Wouldn't be surprised if that's like their smallest size. Yeah, yep, it was. Then it's 6L, 8L. Is this? I'm not sure if this is also sumo sized. Maybe. Didn't look terribly big to me. King size Sumo-town. So, yeah. Now you know where you can get your sumo clothes if you ever were to need any. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like I can cross this streets anywhere nearby. I should probably just go back to this side. What's this? This is a fancy coffee shop, and maybe also flower shop. Maybe only coffee shop. Coffee, gelato, and green. Looks nice. However, I don't really need coffee now, but if I did, I would definitely consider this place. Is 5L 5 times bigger than L? I don't know. I do not know how, like, the intricacies of sumo clothing and how it's measured. I am not familiar with those things. But I don't think it's 5 times bigger, no. Yes, Yamaguchi-san, when I do the Uedo line, we definitely have to meet up and go to your favorite park near your house, maybe. This is an interesting building. This, what color is it? Beige, pinkish. Very difficult to define the color of this building. Orange, beige, pink, mixed into one. I think I have to head back down here and actually wrap things up pretty soon. It's been an hour and 20 minutes now, so unfortunately light caramel, yeah. Faded 80s salmon pink, yeah, that too. And like, oh, here's also a little coffee shop. A coffee shop that uses Comic Sans, which always makes me a little bit doubtful. But I guess I should not be judgmental and judge shops just because of their font preferences. How about some junkie style? Spirit of lifestyle wear. Junkie style. Interesting name. This is not Wingdings. Yeah, I guess Wingdings would be. Oh, here's another junkie style. Wow. Stocked only with the finest junk. Yeah, Wingdings would probably not be very good for readability. Never judge a book by its font. Right. Should not be so judgmental. The sky did not stay nice today. No, it didn't. But at least I think for most of our walk today. Wow, what's this? Wait, just a moment. I found looks like a fairy tale castle. Interesting, this building here. It's a restaurant. My first spontaneous thought was Love Hotel, but it was not. Looks like a restaurant. It's funny, it's only this little corner. Then the rest of the building is just like very standard Japanese older building. Yeah, good to see that I'm not the only one with a filthy mind who automatically associates it with the Love Hotel. There is that famous or infamous big Love Hotel in Meguro, which is shaped or designed as a castle. It's a pretty cool building, actually. Anyway, I am afraid I have to wrap things up here. Too bad we didn't bump into any sumo wrestlers. But I guess we have a reason to come back and revisit this area sometime in the not too distant future, because once again I got reminded of how interesting this part of Tokyo is, and I should definitely come back and explore it a little bit further soon. Old but fancy fruit shop. Anyway, I'll wave goodbye to you here in front of Ryogoku station. Thank you so much for watching, and I am planning to stream tomorrow again if everything goes according to plan and if the weather is not being too bad. Let's see. Oh, here's a little Yokozuna Yokocho. Looks a bit dead in this light in this time of the day, but I'm sure it's nice when it gets dark. Anyway, that'll be it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Okay, bye bye. Heido, auf Wiedersehen, mata ne und heido. I already said that. Bye bye.